Hello everyone. Welcome to this episode of Binary Trees with Python. In this episode, we are going to see how to build expression trees from postfix expressions. So in the prior episodes, I have already explained how we can use binary trees for building expressions. So in case you haven't seen that episode, you can browse through my YouTube channel and you can see that episode. So in that episode, I explained that we can represent the mathematical expressions with expression trees. So expression trees are the binary trees in which the non-leaf nodes, they represent the operator and the leaf node represent the operands. So suppose if you are given a postfix expression and if you want to build a binary tree of that postfix expression, then it is known as the expression tree, and we are going to see the algorithm as well as the code for building that sort of expression tree from the postfix expression in this episode. So we have already defined a binary tree, and let us define in order, pre-order and post order, and we are going to use these 4 cells. Okay, the code that we have already written in 4 cells over and over again through this entire series. Okay, so now we already have a piece of code for defining the node of the binary tree. So now let us define a utility function that is going to return us true if the passed value to it is an operator. So that is quite easy. Def is operator and C. So C is a character that we are passing to it. So if C equals to plus or C equals to minus or C equal to the multiplication sign in programming, or C equal to divided by, or C equal to the exponent symbol. So if C belongs to any one of these things, then return true, else return false. So this is the simple function is operator. Okay, I guess I made a small syntax error, and yes. Now we already defined the code for in order traversal, and we are going to use it in this episode. And the next thing is that we are going to define a function that is going to construct the tree. So def construct tree, and I will say postfix. So let us iterate through this entire postfix string. Basically, postfix is going to be the string that contains the postfix expression. For char in postfix, and I'm going to say if not is operator. So if it is an operand, then what to do? Then t equals to node of char, and we have defined this node in the very beginning. Okay, so it is going to create a node of that character, and we are going to append it in a stack. So for that we need to define a stack, and here we have an empty stack. So basically it is going to be an empty list, and we are going to use the functionality of a list to emulate the stack. So I will say stack dot append. After that, else t equals to node char. Okay, and See, this is the case when it is an operator. Okay. So what to do when it is an operator? We are going to pop two values from the stack.pop, and similarly t2 equals to stack.pop, and I will say t.write equals to t1, t.left equals to t2. And now I am again going to append the stack with t. So earlier also we had to append that stack with t. So here we have appended the stack with t. So I will just say stack.append and t. So we are going to push that particular value in the stack. Now I think that we have repetition of code here. Okay. Here and here. So we can rewrite this entire expression or this entire block in a bit more efficient way. So I will just cut this here and I will say that create a node, and then we are going to check if that particular character satisfied that is operator thing. Okay. And here we are again anyway appending it, right? So what I will do, I will just copy this and paste it here, and I'll remove this from here. Okay. And what I will do, this is not even required. Okay. So this is the more simplified code. So we are going to create a node, and then we are checking if that is an operator, and if it is an operator, then we are popping two earlier values, and then we are making those two values as left and right tree, and then we are pushing that value again. Okay. In both the cases, these two things are there, right? Stack.append t and t equals to node of char. Now finally we are going to pop that value. Okay. So t equals to stack.pop, and finally we are going to return tree. Okay. Return t. So this is how we can define the function to build the postfix tree. Now we are going to write the driver program, and it is very, very easy. So I will just say in order of construct, or let me actually go easier way. Let's define this postfix equals to AB plus EF multiplied by G multiplied by minus. Okay. So this is our postfix expression. R equals to construct tree postfix, and finally we are going to print the infix, or we are going to print the in order and R. So it is going to define a string, and that string will be passed to this, and this entire stuff is calling this. Okay. Is operator, and finally we are traversing in order, which is going to call this in order routine. Okay. So let us go ahead, let us cross the fingers and let's execute it. And this is the output. So I guess there is some problem. So let me go ahead and debug the problem. So, okay, I have debugged the error. So the thing is that there was some logical error in the code that I had written. So this entire code is correct. There is no problem with the code. The only thing is that I had made mistake with the indentation. So this is supposed to be here, and return t is also supposed to be here. Okay, it is supposed to be outside this for loop. So by mistake, I had included these two statements in the for loop. That is why it was not able to go through the entire loop. Okay, so what I'm going to do is now I'm going to delete all the unnecessary spaces, and I will again execute this particular cell. So it is going to redefine this construct tree function, and it is going to upload that definition in the memory, and then we will freshly execute this block. So let us execute this, and this is the output. Okay, now we can actually even write the statements that are going to debug our program. So I will just say created. Okay, so I will just print here the debug statement. Print red plus char and created a node. And created a node. So here we are saying that read this particular character and created a node. And here I will say print postfix expression is, and here plus postfix. So all these print statements are very useful for debugging purpose. And in case you are going to run this program from the command prompt as a script, then you can just use the redirection operator in the command prompt in order to redirect all this debugging into a separate file, so that when you are going to check that log file, you will understand how your program executed. So let me save this, and see here we have created a node, and then we are saying here print char is an operator, Okay, and here I'm going to add the else part, else the character is an operand. And finally, we are going to push that thing into the stack. Okay, so print push into the stack. Okay, into the stack. So it is not going to be only the character. Okay, it is going to be the entire node. So I will just say push plus what field is storing the value, push t.val into the stack. Okay, t.val into the stack. So that's it. We have all the log of push and pop operations. And here also I can say print popped t1.val from the stack, and not from the stack. It is assumed that it is going to be popped from the stack t2.val, and here also t.val. That's it. Okay. So now I'm going to execute this entire stuff and redefine our function. And let's execute this also. And here we have the trace of the entire execution. Okay. So here let us go step by step. Read A and created a node. A is an operand. So push A into the stack, then read B and created a node. B is an operand. Push B into the stack. Now read plus and created a node. Plus is an operator. So that's why we popped B and we also popped A. And we pushed this plus into the stack. Okay. And then we read a character. And whenever it is an operand, we are just pushing it into the stack. And if it is an operator, we are popping the earlier two elements and then we are pushing the created tree into the stack again. Okay. So in such way, we are pushing everything and popping the stuff from the stack. And finally, we have this entire result as this entire routine executed and computed the expression tree from the postfix expression. So this is the in order traversal of our created tree. We can also say post order or pre-order, PRE order of R. Okay. So R was the name of variable here, I guess. Okay. So here R is the root of that constructed tree. And if I execute this, this is the output. So this is the pre-order traversal of the given tree. So I hope that you have understood the entire operation of converting a postfix expression into an expression tree using the application of stack. So thanks a lot for watching this episode. Do let me know if you have any questions, queries in the comment section down below. In case you want to not miss all the awesome episodes that I'm going to upload, then please go ahead and subscribe to my YouTube channel. Thanks a lot once again, and I will see you in the next episode.